Join me as I dive into the genesis of joint revolution and see if I can unravel its secrets in just 24 hours. Did you know that over 70% of successful revolutions in history were born from unified movements? What if I told you the same concept applies to something closer to home, your joints and movements? Let's explore this fascinating parallel. Welcome to this deep dive into joint revolution, a groundbreaking way of looking at movements and transformations, whether in history or within ourselves. Today, we'll explore how movements begin, evolve, and change the world, or our lives. For centuries, revolutions, whether societal or physical, have been hindered by one thing: lack of unity. The same applies to our bodies. Without seamless joint movements, our potential is limited. Think of revolutions that faltered due to poor coordination. Similarly, our own joints need synergy to drive personal or collective change. Joint revolution begins with understanding the drivers of movement. Historical examples like the Industrial Revolution, figures like Gandhi or Martin Luther King Jr., and societal catalysts like technology. Now, imagine applying this principle to your physical body: fluid movements, collaborative effort, and synchronized progress. That's the magic of joint revolution. The turning point of any revolution lies in breaking barriers. For joint revolution, this means identifying blockages, whether in societal systems or in your own flexibility, and overcoming them through purposeful action and alignment. Imagine how a small change, like a joint alignment or a societal nudge, can spark massive transformation. In summary, joint revolution isn't just about physical or societal movement, it's about understanding the interconnected forces that drive change. Whether it's a better body or a better world, it starts with small, united actions. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What's your take on joint revolution? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video on unlocking the power of movement and change. Subscribe for more insights. Join me as I dive into the genesis of joint revolution and see if I can unravel its secrets in just 24 hours. Today, we are going to explore a concept that has the potential to change the world: joint revolution. It's a concept that's been on the rise lately, and for good reason. Joint revolution is all about how people come together to create real, tangible change, and that's what we are going to dive into today. Throughout history, joint movements have faced major challenges that have hindered their progress. One of the biggest issues has been the lack of coordination and communication amongst different groups and individuals. You see, when people come together with different ideas and approaches, it can be tough to get on the same page. This has led to a lot of frustration and disappointment, as people with the best of intentions struggle to make a real impact. Another major challenge has been the lack of resources and support. Many joint movements have struggled to secure funding, access to networks, and even basic necessities like food and shelter. This has forced many revolutionaries to focus on survival rather than making real change. And let's not forget the internal conflicts that can arise when people with different personalities and egos come together. It's a recipe for disaster, and it's something that's plagued joint movements for centuries. Add to that the external forces that seek to disrupt and discredit joint movements, and you've got a near insurmountable task. Governments, corporations, and other powerful entities have a vested interest in maintaining the status quo, and they'll stop at nothing to prevent real change from happening. It's a tough road to hoe, but that's exactly what we are going to explore today. Despite these challenges, joint movements have persevered and continued to push forward. And that's because the desire for change is deep-seated and universal. People from all walks of life are tired of the same old systems and structures that perpetuate inequality and injustice. They're hungry for something new, something that speaks to the human spirit and allows people to thrive. So what sparked the genesis of joint revolution? There are a few key factors that come to mind. One of the most significant is the rise of social media and digital communication. These tools have made it possible for people to connect with one another across borders and boundaries, and to share ideas and information at lightning speed. It's enabled people to organize and mobilize in ways that were previously impossible. Another key factor has been the influence of influential figures and thought leaders. People like Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Malala Yousafzai have shown us what's possible when we stand up for what we believe in and fight for justice. They've inspired generations to take action and to demand change. And then there are the societal changes that have paved the way for joint revolution. The rise of social entrepreneurship, the growth of the global conscious community, and the increasing awareness of systemic inequality have all contributed to a perfect storm of conditions that are ripe for revolution. One of the most critical moments in the genesis of joint revolution was the Arab Spring. It showed us that even in the most oppressive of regimes, people can come together and demand change. It was a beacon of hope for people around the world, and it inspired a new wave of activism and mobilization. And that's what joint revolution is all about, harnessing the collective power of individuals to create real, tangible change. The potential impact of joint revolution is enormous. It has the power to redraw the social and political maps of our world, and to create a more just and equitable society. It has the power to bring people together and to create a sense of community and belonging that transcends borders and boundaries. And that's what gets me so excited about this concept. The possibilities are endless, and I truly believe that joint revolution has the potential to change the world. That's it for today's video on the genesis of joint revolution. I hope you guys learned something new and were inspired to take action. Let me know what you think about joint revolution in the comments below, and be sure to check out our other video on related topic for more insights and information. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take control of your health with this powerful supplement. Click now to order and begin your wellness journey.